I've seen the future.
Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. Welcome to this week's Oracle Card Guidance and Lesson. This is the week of December the 10th, and I have returned to Wisdom of the Oracle to do the reading for everybody this week. And I'm going to put the exclamation mark on the reading by choosing a spirit animal oracle card that's going to lead all of us throughout the week. This is a really interesting reading this week. The first card, which if you're new, I call it the anchor card, and that means that you throw your anchor down into the water and now you have a 360-degree view. You can look around and go, okay, this is the theme for the week, and it's a change in the wind. So it's a preparatory week. It's a week for us to anticipate change that is not of our own accord. So in other words, when situations happen to us or not by us, in other words, we are subject to the whims of fate at times, right? We create our reality, and we also have to surrender to life on life's terms. And this is one of those weeks where we sense change, and the change isn't necessarily coming from our desire, but in many respects it comes because we are in a wave of change, and that means everybody is. So this week, it's contemplating about how willing you are to let go of the things that are so familiar to you that they become your comfort zone. And that's a key piece coming into the end of 2018. We're going to be contemplating this for the next 3 weeks. I love this card to start off this December holiday time, because really it starts, we're in December 10th, it's everybody's getting ready, etc. Now the next card is Go the Distance. So what I like about this and what it implies when we talk about the first card is it says no matter what change is afoot, don't give up. In other words, don't look at it as permanent. Look at it as something that happens along the way. So in other words, you're not heading for any specific destination or goal so much as you're in a process of evolution, and where you're changing and growing and shifting. And the first card is like whether you like it or not. So my advice just with these two cards and what I know when I see these together is like, I got to surrender to whatever's going on and not judge it either. Like really not judge it. So what comes up around this? So time to go, it makes total sense. Even though it says go the distance, then it says time to go. So if you add to that story, if you are going to go with this change that you sense and you feel that something is erupting, right? And it's like, okay, I need to make a change. It's not coming because I decided I would. It's coming because I need to. And it's coming from forces that might be psychic forces. It might be because of a world event. It might be because of an unforeseen something. And it can be very positive, by the way. And here it says, let go of what you know doesn't work anymore. Now, that's been a repetitive pattern all year long. And so given that there's change, you can't be 100% yourself when you're asked to make a shift. It means certain parts of you have to go. And so this is a week that you're going to take a look and go, you know what, if I am going to go the distance and if I am going to modify my life according to what I need to in order to manifest my highest good within the construct of these changes, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to say goodbye to? Who do I need to say goodbye to? And that's okay. If you do need to say goodbye to certain people, places, things, experiences, character flaws, the ways in which you define yourself, this is the perfect week to start thinking about doing that as we come to the end of the year. Now, this last card is called Yin, and Yin is the second card. It's the feminine principle of receptivity. So it's not asking us to take our big axes and chop down the trees or make any broad, bold moves or take great action. It's really about receptive listening. It's about deep listening, getting to really know our true, authentic selves and how we fit into this chaotic pattern that we call life, and what is our place in that. And so we're really listening for clues. We're allowing our intuition. We're letting other people make the first move. We're seeing what's ahead of us, and we're being non-judgmental and curious. And that is what this reading for this week is asking us to do. Now, I asked what spirit animal gives us a message, all of us, a collective message for the week, and how do we manage it for our highest good? Because the question is always about what do we do to stay in alignment with our highest good? Now, we got Spider Spirit in protection. I love this card, it's in protection. I'm gonna read it out of the guidebook because I think it's gonna be useful for everybody. So it says here, are you expecting your dreams to weave themselves into reality by themselves? And are you possibly stuck in the sticky web of weaving dreams but never following through? The thread of intention isn't enough to make dreams a reality unless you do your part in the weaving. Spider Spirit wants you to know that your plans will remain ephemeral unless you commit to being productive and industrious. For Spirit will not do it all for you. Magic needs to be instigated to begin to make your dream a reality by taking action today. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Remember the time to go card? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? It's a perfect one. Can you release your limiting beliefs? That's a big one for the time to go. Releasing limiting beliefs. Go the distance, but you got to do some work around this. Your dream is worthy of weaving. Today is a day to choose one small step toward your dream, or this week is. Remember, Spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom. Then continue to do your part. So I think this message, overall message for this week is to recognize that we do have to do our part. If we want to make a shift, we have to really look at ourselves and say, what needs to shift in me in order to become the person that I desire and to live a life that has meaning and depth, integrity, whatever is important to you. That for me is prosperity. So however that's going to play out for you this week, just remember that change is coming, change is being required of you. So look at what you need to let go of and trust. If you allow Spirit to speak to you and through other people, you're going to get the message that you need and the right action that you need to take in order for you to weave that dream of yours into reality. All right, I will see you next week. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and leave a comment, because I love to read them, and I'll see you next week.
I've seen the future. It's beautiful.